Welcome to our special report and greetings. Today, we explore a tale that contradicts a long-held belief in the British monarchy. All royals want to take on a working role. We frequently see a line of excited family members waiting to take the throne. However, what occurs when that eagerness encounters an impenetrable obstacle brought on by the family's controversies rather than the person's own actions? We're discussing Princess Beatrice, a senior royal by birthright whose recent professional decision has generated a lot of debate. Although many may have thought it was a normal development, recent findings indicate that represents something much deeper. The heartbreaking knowledge that she is unlikely to ever achieve her dream of being a working royal. The reasons for this are complex and include palace politics, family scandals, and the fine balance that King Charles needs to maintain. Come along as we reveal the real causes behind Beatrice's seeming transition from a prospective working princess to a self-employed businesswoman. You ensure that you never miss our unique royal updates and insights. Please sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell before we go into this fascinating story. Princess Beatrice recently underwent a major career change that to many onlookers seemed to put an end to her possible role within the royal family. On the other hand, it appears that this choice has a far more complex backstory. The eldest daughter of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson had essentially given up on landing a more important position at the palace, according to Daily Mail stories citing sources. Her latest foray into the private sector is thought to have been mostly prompted by this long-standing dissatisfaction. It was acknowledged that Beatrice had a sincere wish to become a more involved working royal, eager to support the monarchy and ease some of the strain on the family's elder members. References told the British media site that Princess Beatrice was sincere about wanting to perform more royal engagements in order to lessen the workload for King Charles and Prince William. This goal was especially evident in 2024, when King Charles and Princess Catherine of Wales were both suffering cancer, making it a difficult time for the royal family. There was an acknowledged need for further support because of the gap in the number of active working royals available to perform engagements caused by their individual health difficulties. Beatrice's plea for a larger role was apparently given careful thought during this crucial period, mainly because King Charles himself saw the need to increase the amount of working royals to keep up the workload and public image of the monarchy. Even while the king seemed open to taking her and Beatrice's sincere wish to help into account, other forces proved to be an impassable barrier. Ultimately, Princess Beatrice's future palace chances were barred by the shadow cast by her parents, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, especially their long-standing relationship to convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Beatrice does want to be a working royal, and she wants to do royal events to help her uncle because she'd enjoy them and she'd be good at the job, a royal insider said, offering insights into this complicated position. The insider added that this is clearly appreciated by Charles, demonstrating the king's intimate awareness of and possible empathy for his niece's plight. This source even claims that there was a time when there was a suspicion that Bea might have been lined up at some point. Additionally, the insider emphasized one important aspect in Beatrice's favor. Remember, she has never sinned, and she shouldn't be held accountable for her father's transgressions. But in the end, the king's courtiers' worries won out in spite of these strong arguments. The main reason they were worried was that Prince Andrew might try to enter through the back door by controlling his daughter. He thereby re-entered the realm of royal affairs. Rather than being Beatrice's fault, this strategic issue seems to have severely limited her aspirations to become a queen. Princess Beatrice took deliberate measures to redefine her own professional identity after realizing the writing on the wall and probably realizing the impassable obstacles standing in the way of her royal ambitions. She focused her talents on starting a new software company rather than pursuing her uncle's dream of royal appearances. This employment change represents a clear shift away from the custom of a royal serving the monarch and toward a self-made, autonomous career. It amply illustrates her resolve to use her talents and abilities in the private sector to forge a fulfilling and successful future for herself. In addition to changing her work, her choice is a strong statement of her independence and her desire to forge her own path free from the limitations and scandals that have affected her family's royal status. Royal analyst Phil Dampier recently shared his thoughts on the possibilities for Princess Beatrice and her younger sister, Eugenie, notwithstanding Beatrice's support of the digital industry. Dampier told the Daily Mail in May 2024 that he had anticipated both sisters would serve in non-controversial capacities for deserving organizations such as the military, hospitals, and schools. This reflects a common belief that even if they were not full-time working royals, they might still make a smaller, more limited contribution to public service and philanthropic causes. But according to a distinct and very surprising claim from OK magazine, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was involved in limiting the cousins' chances of having a busy royal calendar. Potential family strife and strategic concerns from the upper royal ranks were hinted at in this report, which added another level of complexity to the story. In his remarks to OK magazine, author Tom Quinn clarified a major worry that Prince William and Catherine were allegedly harboring. Quinn said, "For Kate and William, a major concern is the partnership between Harry, Meghan, and Beatrix and Eugenie. This implies that the Prince and Princess of Wales's camp was strategically concerned about the potential for a closer relationship or perceived alignment between these two groups of royal cousins." Gwyn went on to explain the root cause of this worry, saying, "They believe Beatrice and Eugenie feel they have a lot more in common with Harry and Meghan than with any other member of the family because they are virtual outsiders themselves." This suggests that Beatrice and Eugenie recognize, possibly even accept, that their current role in the royal hierarchy is more akin to Prince Harry and Meghan's autonomous journey than it is to the working royals. The circumstances, as per, is made more difficult for Quinn by the present health issues in the core family. The capacity to handle such intricate interpersonal dynamics within the family is currently stretched due to the Princess of Wales's absence from active duties, he said, adding that the situation is made worse by the fact that Kate, the senior royal's main asset, is effectively out of action while she continues her cancer treatment. The plot takes on a new dimension when it is revealed that Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie's royal engagements may have been restricted by Catherine, the Princess of Wales, directing attention away from Prince Andrew's scandals and toward the royal family's internal dynamics and strategic planning. It implies that Prince William and Catherine are taking the initiative to control the number of working royals and, possibly to avoid any alleged alliances or factions that might deviate from the main working monarchy. This viewpoint presents a strategic decision to preserve the institution's unified and efficient public image, particularly during a time when senior members' health concerns have limited its capabilities. If this claim is correct, it shows a conscious procedure that goes beyond individual preference or a desire to serve in determining who represents the crown and how those duties are defined. In the end, between the controversies surrounding her parents and possible strategic considerations from higher up in the royal family, unquestionably, Beatrix's trajectory has diverged from becoming a working royal. The change is clear and unmistakable. Tech is in, and it appears that she will not be making many royal appearances. As she actively pursues an entrepreneurial path in the private sector, this represents a marked split in her professional trajectory. Her resolve to forge a distinct professional identity, apart from the public responsibilities customarily associated with her royal heritage, is demonstrated by her choice to start a new technology company. This move is not only a personal professional decision, But it also represents a turning point in the royal family's continuous development and the diverse its members' responsibilities in the contemporary world. Even though she is still a princess by inheritance, her active participation in royal events seems to be severely limited, at least for the near future, placing her firmly in the position of an independent entrepreneur. To sum up, Princess Beatrice's journey from aspiring to a working royal position to starting her own software company is an inspiring account of flexibility, tenacity, and the complex relationships of the contemporary royal family. It draws attention to the ways in which individual goals can clash with more general institutional issues, influenced by historical disputes and long-term plans for the monarchy. Her capacity to, despite possibly being the result of need, turning around and establishing an autonomous technological route speaks to a new generation of royals who are establishing their own conditions of commitment to society and, indirectly, to their ancestry. What do you think Princess Beatrice's professional path ultimately means for the responsibilities that non-working royals will play in the future? And what long-term effects might these changes have on the public's opinion of the monarchy? As we continue to follow these intriguing developments inside the royal family, please feel free to comment and join the discussion.